Hi, in this video, we are going to see how these OpenJDK and Oracle Java portal differs. So in the last video, we saw the actual difference between OpenJDK and the Oracle Java. We'll go into the portal and see how these softwares are getting differentiated. So I already have the URLs up on my browsers. So here you can see the first one is the OpenJDK. Let me zoom in so that you can have a better view of what this portal is all about. It's a pretty simplified portal, okay? Not of a too complex things are out there because it's been maintained by the open community. So if you look at them, so they just give you standards where you can directly go and download the software. Like for example, if it's a Java 16 software, you can look at the highlighted link, which I've done right now. You can go to this particular link and download the archive. Okay, the most important thing here is archive, right? So what happens here is this archive will be in a standards like .zip file, or it could be a .tar file. So based on the operating system, they have compressed this particular software, and they have provisioned on their particular server so that you can go ahead and download them. Now, what do we do with this archive? So exclusively, if you see in any operating system, you will have the provision to unzip or extract the archives, and then you can further go ahead and see the executional files will be out there in the particular archive. You can set a path and the class path, and then you are good to go. You are able to access the software without any hassles post that. But those steps are little intrinsic steps. Like for example, we have to archive them, we have to explicitly set the path and the class path. There are some sort of series of steps are out there in order to achieve this archived version of software to be in use. So advisable is, yes, of course, to make it a little faster, we go for the installer version. But the people who are a little experienced, then probably you can just work around in zipped format itself, the archived version. So this is an open sourced edition, okay, and I do have a link for that. The 16, you can go to the direct version called 16 from the jdk.java.net. And what happens here is you'll be finding that there is the versions like the Linux version is there, right, which I said it's in the tar format. We do have it for a Mac operating system. Right now I'm showing all these stuffs from my Mac operating system, but we will also see a Windows environment where I will actually try to download the software and help you out in setting the path and the class path and make sure that the software is perfectly working. So we do have it for Windows. If it's a Windows, it's a zip version, right? If it's a Mac, again, it's for a tar. But anyways, we don't need to rely on this if in case you are good to go with the installer version. So installer versions are available from the Oracle space, but not from the OpenJDK. So let's quickly get in there. These links will be available on the description of this video, and also in the earlier video. In the description section, you'll be finding the URLs of these portals. So this is a little simplified. If I want to give you more information about the OpenJDK, you can see there are some reference implementations are there for each and every version. You can see on the left hand side, Java SE 16 is there, 15 is there if you are very specific that you want to use 15 or 14 or 13 or 12. Those reference implementations are also there. So if I take you into this Java SE means standard edition. We have enterprise edition, we have standard edition. So here you can see the reference link. So basically what it gives you is a bit of space to download the specific binaries Okay, you can just download the binaries from these reference implementations. These are a little technical. I don't want to go more in detail about it because these are OpenJDK spaces, so the community people can understand what it means. But we straight away get into the Oracle, and if you go to the Oracle, now these are the homepage for Oracle Java, and you can see there is an option to download Java now. I already have the specific version from where we can download the Oracle version Java, JDK 16. As you can see, the URL is highlighted to JDK 16, and down you can see the similar to what we saw on the OpenJDK is what you are checking out here. But here it's with two versions. One is the installer version, another one is the archived version. So for example, if you look at the Windows operating system, you have a archived version. If you look at the Mac operating system, you do have an archived version, right? So similarly, you have it for the Linux and other Debian operating system. So whichever version of Linux that you're using, accordingly you can go ahead and download them. And the other one that you can see here is the installer version. For Mac operating system, you have a .dmg extension of the installer file. And you also have for the Windows operating system, and you all knew that Windows installer will be in the extension of .exe. So you can check out this one, right? So this is what is available in the portals. Now what we have to do is we need to download either one of these software, either in the form of a zipped version, or it should be in the form of a installer version. So once we have downloaded, then we can go ahead and start doing our installation steps. Now in this video, I just wanted to give you a differentiation between the OpenJDK portal and the Java Oracle Java portal. In the OpenJDK, it's all about the archived version, whereas in Oracle Java portal, you'll be finding both installer version and as well as you'll be finding the archived version. Now in the next video, I'm going to show you a one demonstration on how to install the Java software on the Windows platform, and also how to set the path and the class path so that successfully we will be able to access the Java software, and from there on we are good to go. We can go ahead and start developing the applications using the Java environment, and we'll be specifically using the Java programming language out there. Hope this would have been an informative session. So in the next video, I'll catch up with the Windows way of using the Java software. So thank you so much.